Michigan State Senate approves emergency funding for SNAP benefits. I'm Camille and Mary. We'll have the full story coming up.
Detroit police say they are looking for the man who they believe assaulted a little girl on Lauren Edwards in Detroit, with all the details.
We begin with breaking news. The Michigan Senate has just approved a very important case that we should tell you about right now. Good evening, everybody. I'm Ruth Rash.
Yes, they just approved putting tens of millions of dollars toward helping to feed families just 2 days before federal assistance was set to end. And Camille's standing by right now with more on this emergency funding that's going to save more than 1 million families in Michigan.
Yeah, it really is. This is great news. We're talking about a little over $70 million. And I know that sounds like a lot, but state senators I talked to said this was really just a drop in the bucket. Let's take a look at some video. Let's talk about what happened. As you said, this is all because of the federal government shutdown that's been going on since October 1st. So the Michigan State Senate overwhelmingly passing this issue with bipartisan support, which is great news. As you said, more than 1 million people in Michigan rely on SNAP benefits to put food on the table. And to give you some perspective, nationwide, we're talking about 42 million Americans. Without federal funding to support this program, the consequences could be devastating.
The funding includes about $50 million for emergency relief for SNAP recipients, as well as an additional $20 million for food banks, pantries, and other food programs across the state of Michigan. We don't have enough money in our federal or in our state budget to actually address every single hole that is being made because of these federal cuts and these pauses. But when we can do a little something for Michigan families, we're going to do it. The reality is, food insecurity isn't a partisan issue, and I think that today both Republicans and Democrats in the Senate saw that this was a big step towards making sure people continue to get fed in our state. I'm telling everyone this is also a great time, if they have a little extra money, that they could be contributing to their local food banks, their local pantries. This is an all hands on deck.
It really is. And we're talking about just a few dollars in your pocket. Even if you have $3 or $4 or $5 just to donate, it does make a difference, and it goes longer, farther than you may think. Meanwhile, what's next? Now the House will vote on this hopefully next week, and then it will go to the governor's desk for a signature. Reporting live in Detroit, Camille and Mary, Fox 2 News.
Yeah, Camille, I know it's hard for you to do the math in your head, but I guess the question that so many people have is, yes, while this is good news, if it can happen, $70 million bucks, how long can that last? Depending on how long this shutdown lasts, we may need more than that.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, this is just a drop in the bucket. The state senator who we spoke with estimated that this would cover the program just for 2 weeks. That seems pretty hard to wrap our heads around. But when you think about 3 meals a day, 1 million people, how many days are there in the week? How many days are in the month? Obviously, it's going to add up. So just something that we take for granted every day when we go to the grocery store and buy food to put on the table. But unfortunately, a lot of people having to figure out how they're going to do that now that they don't have these benefits.
Yeah, let's certainly hope that people who can donate to these food pantries across our area and help them out. It could sure make a difference. Camille and Mary for us live tonight. Thank you.
Meantime, pressure is mounting in Washington. Lawmakers still deadlocked after 30 days. As the government shutdown drags on, Democrats still holding out for a deal to extend health care subsidies set to expire by year's end.
With each passing day, the pain gets more real, and the Democrats are guaranteeing when they vote to reject our clean funding resolution. We expect they will do that again today for the 15th time. They are showing no shame whatsoever.
This is not a fight for Democrats or Republicans. It's a fight for the American people.
Open enrollment for those Affordable Care Act health plans starts Saturday, the same day as SNAP benefits are set to expire.
Now to our other big story. Tonight at 5, Detroit police on the search for a man accused of inappropriately touching a 5-year-old girl.
Family members claim he violated the little girl inside a restaurant restroom. And Fox 2's Lauren Edwards is joining us live in Detroit. Do police even know who they're looking for at this point, Lauren?
Rube, Tara, and I can tell you I just spoke with police not too long ago, and they tell me that the investigation continues into the alleged assault. And they also say that it happened at a restaurant on the 6800 block of Michigan Avenue. And this is where I am right now, and the only restaurant we see here is a McDonald's. But take a look at the suspect, the image that DPD provided for us. Now, what you're looking at, this is the suspect that who Detroit police believe is behind all of this, a black man wearing a flannel shirt, aged 35 to 45 years old. They say at least 5'10" in height. And police say Wednesday night a family was out dining when a little girl, when she got up and went to the bathroom or to the restroom. Minutes later, the suspect went in and allegedly touched her inappropriately. Police say she was fully clothed, but that suspect then ran away. Police are asking and reaching out to the public for help to catch him with tips and information. And Fox 2 spoke with Crime Stoppers, who say that no tip is too small. This case is so shocking.
It's appalling. And I think people need to recognize, as the Detroit Police Department and Crime Stoppers reaches out looking for vital information on this case, there are people behind these cases. I think sometimes, Lauren, people forget that when we put pictures out and information out that it's just there by itself. No, it's a front for a family, for a father and a mother who are drastically looking for information.
Now, again, tips, information, they say that nothing is invaluable. All of it they will use, and you can call 1-800-SPEAK-UP, and it is anonymous. Reporting live here in Detroit, Lauren Edwards, Fox 2 News.
So, Lauren, did they get video of this suspect? Do they have an idea who they may be looking for?
That's exactly what they're all looking into. I spoke with a number of people here, and just even in the area, and they think they heard about what happened. A lot of them wanting to know exactly what it looked like, and that's why we provided that image. Whatever DPD gave us is what we gave to you guys. We want the public to know that, again, tips and information are important.
All right, Lauren, let's hope they catch this guy soon. Thank you.
Well, in one of their last public pitches to voters before Tuesday's election, both candidates for Detroit mayor are laying out their visions for the city's economic future. City Council President Mary Sheffield and Reverend Solomon Kinlock spoke today at the Detroit Economic Club, touching on issues that include business growth, job creation, and investment.
One of the biggest issues that I hear in Detroit is that oftentimes the perception and reputation of Detroit being open for business is that it's difficult to get things done, and that there's so much bureaucracy and red tape. And so I have been very clear that I will be a mayor that ensures that Detroit is the best place in America to grow and start a business.
We have to make sure that we're using the tax captures and the incentives that we make available to big developers, to those small developers, by launching a local hire initiative, by prioritizing businesses in our community that hire local residents and get them employed and keep them employed.
Election Day is Tuesday, November 4th. You can catch up on the issues before you vote by watching our mayoral forum that we did. It's on our Fox Local app right now, Under the Pulse.
Oh, it was dark and gloomy today, but will this spooky-looking weather stick around for Halloween? That's the question.
If there's any appropriate time for this kind of weather, it would be Halloween. Rich Luderman here with our answer. Hey, Rich.
Yes, it has been a great day today. Thankfully, most of the rain is going to be out of here before we get to midnight. You can see some parts of southeast Michigan have seen this light rain up around Port Huron and Marysville, Mount Clemens, over Detroit, down through Monroe County. But it's starting to ease off to the east. It is cool out there with all the clouds. 50 for us, 54 in Chicago. How about Marquette? 48 degrees. You can see a couple of spots where the sun is trying to break through, but it is going to stay a little dreary tonight. Let's take a look at the forecast. Down to 38 as showers will end this evening. And then here it comes, the all-important forecast for tomorrow, trick-or-treating. It is going to be dry, breezy, and cool. Look at that. Next week, we're going to get a bit of a warm-up again. Taryn, a full check of the 7th day coming up in 10.
All right, thanks, Rich. The damage and devastation caused by Hurricane Melissa is remarkable. What's being done now to help most Jamaican residents who are living without power and a home?